Junie had her first weekend away from us.
Aww.
She was babysat by my brother.
She did surprisingly well.
I feel like she didn't even miss us. She might have like that first day, and then after that it was like, okay.
Well, Junebug was without us because we were in New York City. That's why last week's episode was late. Every week there's something, really.
We were prepping the house, getting ready to leave, obviously packing. Our flight got delayed because of the government shutdown.
It got canceled.
Sorry, it got canceled. We had to book a whole new flight the night before.
I really was starting to think maybe this is a sign that we shouldn't go. Because what are the chances that your flight is the one that gets canceled?
I can imagine that maybe a flight to Albuquerque gets canceled, but New York?
I feel like important people are going from LA to New York to New York to LA. Who?
You might be pissing off the wrong millionaires. Because
Billionaires
aren't flying commercial with us.
That's true.
This is Niche Bar.
I'm going to talk about it anyway. And for some reason, no private flights got canceled. It's so weird. I don't know.
Odd.
Yeah. But New York was great. We had a really good time with my family. We did get to see Death Becomes Her finally. For context, last year, my sister and I went to New York. We got Death Becomes Her tickets. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. And my whole family loves that movie. Come to find out, we show up to the theater when we're in New York and we bought tickets for the following week. The show hadn't even started yet. It was starting the next week. So we went all the way up to Times Square to an empty theater. And the guy was like, "What are you doing here?"
So did you pretty much buy opening night tickets?
Yes.
Wow.
But some very lucky New Yorker got our tickets. So it all worked out and we eventually went. It was so good.
It's good that you got to sell your tickets and then just take the loss.
Yeah, no. Honestly, no harm, no foul. We're just dumb. And you know what? We are much more careful about checking dates now.
I feel like it just takes one of those to lock it in your brain.
Some things
Triple
you have to learn the
checking.
hard way. Yeah. So Death Becomes Her was great. We did watch the movie last night, but I think you fell asleep a little bit.
I kept getting like randomly woken up to the most high-pitched. The mic was peaking.
Yeah.
Okay, I've never seen the movie. Dozing off. Next thing I know, Bruce Willis is just going, ah! And it's like the microphone peaks.
Yeah, it does get randomly really loud. I've never noticed that.
I kept getting woken up. It happened to me about 3 times. And then I just turned the movie off. I said, you're not watching this anymore.
It's so funny because as it was happening, I knew he's going to be scared awake again. I was like, ooh, this is kind of loud. But I love that movie. I loved the play.
We'll have to rewatch it.
Yeah. But we're back with a lot of niche things to talk about. It's good to be back. What's on your heart tonight?
One of the things that I love the most about Neil deGrasse Tyson is also one of the things that annoys me the most.
He's a know-it-all.
No, it's the fact that he goes on any podcast, he goes on like any show, he makes like, cameos in movies, whatever, all in the name of trying to share the knowledge of science and the excitement of being in STEM type of thing, right?
That's so true. He really is everywhere.
That's kind of by design though, because I think one of his childhood heroes was Carl Sagan. He kind of did the same thing where he produced shows for like BBC or he was on them trying to talk about science and explain to people what's going on in space and, all the crazy things about the universe and infinity, right? So I feel like Neil deGrasse Tyson is doing his own Carl Sagan. So our parents had Carl Sagan. We had Bill Nye the Science Guy. Nowadays, I feel like it's Neil deGrasse Tyson. But anyway, so he's on Logan Paul's podcast or something. And they're talking, apparently the hot topic of the month is the fact that we didn't land on the moon. But my theory, we talked about this in the car today, it's that these celebrities, especially the ones who grew up on television, they never really had the proper structured school education growing up, and they've seen the world manipulated through television their whole lives. So why would they not think that something that sounds pretty crazy wasn't just done on the backlot studio at Warner Brothers?
Right. Look, it's not wrong to be skeptical about the government. People in the government have done really weird shit that sounds crazy. This, however, I think every point that they make has been debunked ad nauseum. So I don't even know why we're still talking about this at this point.
They didn't just talk about the moon landing. They also talked about flat earthing.
Oh my God.
And he's referencing this guy who I guess he sees as an authority figure on these conspiracy theories?
Who?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
It does matter. This person needs to be stopped.
No, because Logan Paul is using this guy's firsthand experience as evidence that the earth is flat or that we didn't go to, or we couldn't have gone to the moon, right? And Neil deGrasse Tyson is laughing because he's like, what someone saw doesn't make anything science. It doesn't make it provable or not provable. But he did make an interesting point where he said in the court of law, someone saying that they saw something holds a lot of weight. But in science, it doesn't.
True. You got to be able to back that shit up.
You got to be able to repeat studies. You got to be able to prove it.
I have family members who have seen Bigfoot with their own eyes. Bigfoot chased after my aunt's car.
This is an interesting topic because I feel like the only reason why there can't be a Bigfoot is because there have been no remains of a Bigfoot ever found.
Or have they? Think about it.
I don't think that there's a conspiracy to hide Bigfoot.
You know what? The government needs to release the Bigfoot files. Declassify that shit.
Wasn't Trump trying to push declassifying Area 51 and everything that we know about aliens in order to distract from Epstein? Oh, okay. You guys didn't care about JFK. Oh, okay. Like
he's like,
what else can I throw out there that?
What else have people talked about on Reddit? You know what I've noticed about this show? In some way, shape, or form, every single episode we get political.
Life is political.
Life
Entertainment is political. Hayley Williams' new album, political, even if you don't want it to be political.
Yes.
Everything is political, whether you like it or not.
Honestly, pop culture is so political.
Pop culture is political. Social science and social dynamics, political.
Yes. It's just interesting because I think about pop culture podcasts that I've listened to in the past, and I don't remember them getting political unless a really big thing was going on and they had to say something or it looked bad.
But now we've got Zendaya supposedly refusing to do press for Euphoria with Sydney Sweeney. One of the taglines is that Zendaya just doesn't want to do it because she doesn't align with Sydney Sweeney politically. But it's so much more than that because Sydney Sweeney's really digging her grave right now.
Yeah, she's trying to use 90s PR tactics in 2025, and you have to be more real than that.
She's so poorly coached, it seems.
Yeah.
First, she wants to portray, I believe, an LGBTQ person on screen by being this misty boxer, right? Mm-hmm. She openly votes or supports
anti-LGBTQ policies.
Exactly. And then you've got her being called out in an interview for that American Eagle ad.
Mm-hmm.
And then
we talked about that on here.
She had to know that question was coming. And yet her chosen response was,
I think that when I have an issue that I want to speak about, people will hear.
Why wouldn't someone ask you that? Why wouldn't you have prepared something to say?
Okay, ask me that question. Ask me how I felt about it.
How do you feel about the American Eagle ad and how people think you're a white supremacist?
Okay, rude. But I had no intention of the ad being portrayed that way. And I signed on because American Eagle is a brand that I truly, had ties to growing up. And I wore their products. So I said yes. And we came up with the concept that I thought is so cool. I didn't think deeper about it. I should have. It wasn't intended that way, and I'm really sorry that it shined light on a really sensitive subject that we really do care about.
I wonder if American Eagle was keeping her quiet, though. That's a great response. I just wonder if part of her contract was don't say anything that could be considered to be disparaging.
It's not disparaging to basically cry negligence or ignorance.
Yeah.
It's not disparaging to do that because it's not about the brand, it's about the production.
Well, I think a brand could interpret it as you're saying that American Eagle isn't woke.
So clearly going Republican did not do anything for them.
American Eagle is not woke. Oh my God.
But even to say that it wasn't intended to be that way, I don't know. I just felt like that's all you had to say. It wasn't intended to be that way. It's so true. And yet she chose to have the most, disrespectful line to the entire community that is up in arms about this. So you're basically just giving them the middle finger saying, if I cared about it, I'd say something.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it is possible that she was ignorant about that. I feel like she could have gone into that ad and had no clue that it could be seen that way.
Oh, I think 100%.
So that is very innocent. That's forgivable. It's ignorance. You're learning and you're improving. All you had to do was say that. It's not like what you did was so blatantly unforgivable.
Right.
But I fully believe that Zendaya would be like, I don't want to be seen with her, frankly.
I think she's thinking about it all, where if she was seen side by side, they share a laugh, they have camaraderie because they're doing a press tour, that people might think that, oh, Zendaya clearly is chummy with Sydney Sweeney, and Sydney Sweeney does all this shit against her people. So I guess we're going to hate Zendaya.
Yeah. You know, I didn't want to bring this up, but I do have the inside scoop on Zendaya. I have 1 degree of separation from Zendaya. And from what I know, she is a very wise, knowledgeable person who has a lot of empathy and is generally a very good, positive person who would not be okay with racism or any of that shit.
So you needed 1 degree of separation to confirm that we think
I can
that she has
confirm
a
it
good
with
heart.
100% certainty. It's not fake because
Yeah.
bitches be fake.
Yeah.
And she's just not. And she's a Disney kid.
Yeah.
Or a Nickelodeon. I don't know. That was after my time. Are you going to be watching the new season of Euphoria?
I haven't seen the first season of Euphoria.
I remember nothing because it was so long ago.
I don't know. It just kind of feels a little gratuitous for no reason.
Yeah, I feel weird watching that as a 31-year-old woman.
I didn't want to watch it with you. Like I tried watching like a few
I had to
episodes, but
watch
like
it
I
alone.
didn't want to watch it with you.
Yeah, it's just too much. I would have loved it when I was a teenager, though. I loved
for
13 and Project X and all that shit.
I used to watch Nip Tuck because there was like slight underboob.
What, during the breast implant surgeries?
Some shit like that. It was a fairly sexualized
Oh,
show.
yeah. It was on FX.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah.
See, Ryan Murphy, Nip Tuck.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh.
Do you understand the campiness and deepness of Nip Tuck? I think that's what's happening with All's Fair, and people just aren't getting it.
I don't think Nip Tuck is supposed to be campy. I think something that has to try to be campy to be campy.
Nip Tuck is very much trying to be campy. I don't know. I think it could be very Desperate Housewives, The OC, like classic soapy deliciousness.
Maybe.
The 0% on Rotten Tomatoes is really too far.
Nip Tuck has 0%?
No, All's Fair.
Oh, all's fair.
They're just doing that because it's Kim Kardashian, you guys. Please be real.
I don't know. Did you see that line? We didn't watch the show yet, but did you see the line? Apparently she is walking in with somebody else and says, I wonder what kind of milkshake we should get. What kind of milkshakes bring all the boys to the yard? And like walks into this fucking ice cream shop.
No. But the cast is so good that I'm like, Glenn Close from Stepford Wives, another one of my favorite movies. Niecy Nash, Sarah Paulson. It's very good. Maybe we'll do a recap on All's Fair. I tried to download it for the plane, but my download didn't work.
So it's not trying to be serious. I think that's
I
what
don't think so.
That's what I'm trying to figure out because the styling obviously is so over the top. No lawyer wears 18-inch circumference sleeves with like an open shirt.
The back of the thong is out.
If it's meant to be campy, we'll take a look at that.
There has to be intention. And I think Ryan Murphy has much intention.
Maybe it's worth a watch. I just hate Kim K so much. Sorry. Should we talk about the fucking massive PR packages that you got for BravoCon in Vegas?
Oh my God. I went to take Junebug out and I see a package that is the width of the door.
It is big. Ain't a little heavy.
Yeah, it was from Clorox. They gave me bedazzled wipes and everything. I was like, oh my God.
With like a personalized message saying, you know, can't all be in Vegas getting messy. Be clean here, whatever.
That's my opinion. Yeah.
Funny. It's a funny reference. They'll
is
have to
funny.
check your TikTok to see the unboxing.
I'll do a little unboxing. I usually don't like PR unboxings. I think they're a little...
But we talked about this person's email when they reached out about this, you know, gifting opportunity because it's not a brand deal.
True. I brought this up weeks ago because I was like, wait, their email is so funny. It's definitely someone who's in the know.
Exactly. Someone like you knows reality TV, communicated to you in a way that's like really authentically funny about reality TV, and pairing that with a brand like Clorox, which you're like, how can they possibly connect the two?
But I'd also just seen that commercial, which we also talked about that. I saw the commercial with Brittany Cartwright and Heather Dubrow, and I told you,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, it's such a funny Clorox commercial. They're so
The
crazy.
creative director, whoever is like running this, their ad agency, they're doing
Props to you.
They're doing good because
It's someone who really knows their shit.
I think the unboxing is going to be extremely funny.
Yeah, it's hilarious. that they would send something like that. Shout out to Clorox. Shay Mitchell. Shay. You never watched Pretty Little Liars, did you?
I did.
So you weren't familiar with Shay Mitchell. She dropped a skincare line for children, specifically for girls, let's be real.
Right.
When
Kids
I
have
was
good
a
skin.
kid, my mom would wet a washcloth to wash my face. I
Yeah,
wasn't even
same.
using a cleanser.
Same here.
I do think that kids don't need skincare. However, there are very small children on TikTok who do skincare videos. I can understand the
getting
angle.
retinol.
That's crazy.
All that's
yeah.
no reason.
No. And some kids, I can understand you want to do a mommy-daughter face mask night. Oh, so cute. So you need a little one for her little face.
So that's actually something that makes a really good alternative to a skincare line, which is if you want to go the mommy-daughter route, which is what I assume it's for, not because they're trying to sell 8-year-olds to get their parents to buy them a face mask thing. I believe it's marketed towards the mommy-daughter, let's do this together at night.
From birthday parties and face paint to wanting to do what mommy does with her face masks. It was only a matter of time.
Okay, so exactly that. Instead of doing something that like a cleanser, do sunscreen. I mean, kids shouldn't be kids can moisturize, I guess.
Vaseline.
Okay, a Vaseline type of thing, a petroleum jelly that maybe looks like another product that you have that mommy would be buying.
I see.
You know, but
that
it-
could be cute. Yeah.
I never grew up putting on sunscreen, so I don't like the idea of like rubbing lotion on me. I'm also Latino, so I don't burn, so I don't think of it like that. Whereas I know for a fact that if I don't wear sunscreen, it's gonna hurt me in the long run.
Yeah.
I know that. But as a kid, if I had a routine of putting on sunscreen, I've developed that rhythm.
Yeah, it's a good habit to have. I don't think that my mom put sunscreen on me as a child either. I look at pictures from my childhood and I am so much darker.
When were you outside? In between your 9-hour stints of playing The Sims? Stop making that face. You're doing the literal Love Island guy. You didn't start doing that until I showed you that guy.
That's not true.
That is absolutely true.
I can point out a TikTok that I did months
Does everyone
ago
know
doing
that?
that.
Does everyone know? If anyone's watching the Love Island Australia, his name's Kai, the boyfriend of the plumber girl, the ex-boyfriend of the
He
plumber
just
girl.
goes like this.
He doesn't even do that. He's like looking at you, having a conversation. Like, tell me about a time your car broke down. I'm telling you about my car breaking down.
It's so true. And you know what? It makes me think of Diana from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. That's something even that I do. When you get a lip flip or like lip injections, it makes you lick your lips more because they feel dry. But he doesn't look like he got a lip flip. So I'm confused.
It's not about his lip. He's like wetting his teeth.
What were we talking about?
The face moisturizer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I never did skincare stuff when I was little. I don't think other kids really need to be doing that. But I understand what they're going for.
It's a market that they try to approach.
Our first product is the aloe vera recovery mask. It came from a spring break moment in Mexico when one of the girls got too much sun and needed some extra TLC. I wanted something that worked but was still clean enough for my kids, and now it's finally here.
It's actually not that bad.
Yeah. You know what could have really turned it around? If she marketed it to tweens. Tweens get nothing anymore.
Tweens are too busy looking like they're 30.
It's because there's nothing for them anymore.
Because they don't have like the Disney Channel. They don't have the...
Limited to.
Exactly. Now they're forced to basically look at ads for Revolve. And
They get their style and makeup from TikTok.
Right.
And the people they're watching on TikTok are in their 20s. They're too grown.
Yeah.
But imagine if they did like a little acne, puberty kind of face mask thing for tweens.
1,000%. You can still mark that, yeah, to like to the 12-year-old that's looking for independence, that wants to be a grown woman but doesn't want to be, you know, mommy's little girl.
Yeah.
But women do face masks and do skincare, so market it to the kid who's building up maybe to, in a few years, doing makeup.
Exactly.
Okay, I don't hate it.
There's a hole in the market,
I mean-
honestly. I haven't seen anything about Proactive in years.
Kids is good. Tweens for sure. Didn't Proactive have like a class action lawsuit for basically not working?
Maybe, but they were marketing to tweens, weren't they?
I don't know. I never used it because my skin has been flawless my whole life.
We need to talk about Pookie and Jett. I need to make sure that I get this off my chest.
Who?
Pookie. Oh my God, Pookie. You are looking absolutely fire today. Oh my gosh, my love. My first love, Pookie, and my second love, Paloma. Nothing's better than this. Pookie and Jett had a Hermes themed first birthday party for their daughter, Paloma.
First off, Paloma's just an awful name. I'm sorry.
I like that name.
We have already, if not talked about this on the show, in real life, we have talked about the epidemic of the newest generation of kids coming in with the most outrageous names. Maverick.
Maverick is interesting.
Paloma. What is this, a grapefruit spritzer?
Yeah, hell yeah. I love it. It's like naming your daughter Chardonnay. What would you name your daughter since you're the name authority? Nancy?
No, my boy's going to be named Clint.
Anyways, I just have to be honest. There's something diabolical about Pookie and Jett. There's a dark energy.
Oh, no.
Because he's in private equity.
He's definitely doing something super shady. He's definitely going to go to jail for some white collar crime or something.
Oh, you think he's doing something illegal?
I think he's got that energy. Not something where he's like naturally diabolical, but he's like, okay, yeah, so some of these people, I'm going to steal from them and I'm going to have more. And then I'm going to make a Hermes themed birthday party for what, a 2-year-old, a 1-year-old?
And I'm going to put it on TikTok so the whole thing's a write-off. No, I don't think he's diabolical like that. I think that he might be someone who finds loopholes.
Oh, no.
I think that's possible.
No. He gives me the energy like he would manipulate someone to sell a business that they don't want to be sold.
Oh, well, that's his whole job.
I get it. But you could do that in a way, hey, I'm coming in, I'm offering you a bailout, you get to sell your practice and I get to buy your practice and move on. I think it's more like he's going to go in there and then he's going to make subtle threats, or he could potentially lure his current customers away, driving his company closer to bankruptcy, and then he comes in with a bailout of money because they no longer have customers.
Oh, wow. It's giving Big Short energy. Ryan Gosling. But I don't know. I don't want to comment on legal things because Pookie and Jett might be like Lisa Barlow. We might get a cease and desist. This is all alleged from a dream we had. But I don't know. I used to be okay with the consumerism and I used to like watching that kind of stuff. We've talked about Becca Bloom on here before.
There's a good way to do it and a bad way to do it.
But now I'm even over the way Becca Bloom does it. I just don't want to see it.
Did you see those people who were complaining about this influencer making videos about their home renovations? They're new homeowners, they're doing home renovations, so that's like their theme for their TikTok now.
Cute.
Okay. People are in the comments being like, don't you realize that people don't have food stamps right now and you're making this content?
That's not what I mean. I'm not talking about it like that. I'm talking about it like it just feels tasteless for some reason and I just don't care what you have.
I think Becca Bloom does Tiffany unboxing from her shopping days like regular people do Trader Joe's. That's what I like about the Becca Bloom content, because it's a matter of fact. It's not a let me show this off.
That's very true. It's a haul. She's doing normal hauls like anyone else, but the places she's going are fucking Van Cleef and stuff.
Right. And if she's going to have a dinner table set, she's not going to have a dinner table set, with mixed match dishes and all this. She's going to have it properly designed, the table, the flowers, all that stuff. It's going to look extravagant.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I love watching some rich people things. That's what makes me love Real Housewives. I love the ones where they're really, really rich. It's very interesting.
I guess that's the level of consumerism that I'm talking about Becca Bloom does versus Pookie and Shabuzi.
Pookie and Jett, they're doing the same thing, but for some reason
they are not doing the same thing at all.
They're doing unboxings. Pookie went to Paris and she wants to show you what she got at Hermes in Paris. Oh my God, Pookie,
are
those
they the
sandals
ones where he
are
talks
amazing.
from behind the camera and narrates?
Yes.
Oh
my gosh, I love these sandals. Oh my God, Pookie, show them what you got next.
Those are going to look so good with those red toenails I got you on.
Oh my gosh, Pookie. And I hope you got a matching one for Paloma. I got Paloma this blanket. Oh my God, Pookie, she is going to love it.
I did not connect the dots. Okay, yes. Wow.
It creeps me out. I think that's what it is. It creeps me out. I'm sorry.
They're creepy.
Something's creepy, right? It feels like I'm watching like Jeff Bezos or Mark Zuckerberg or something.
I understand they found their niche and so they lean into it, I guess. So they have to own that it's weird. If they don't own that it's weird,
they don't own that it's weird.
That's what throws me.
I think there needs to be some humor, and I'm just getting uncanny valley. I feel like it's inappropriate that I'm watching for some reason. There's something dead behind the eyes. I feel like I'm being so mean, but I'm sorry. This is usually something that I say for my close friend's story. But the birthday party was a little odd. I don't know. I don't want to talk shit. This is maybe my complaining segment. I don't trust them. Speaking of something that's fucking weird, Gary from The Golden Bachelor just released his memoir and he's talking a bunch of shit about Teresa in it. Will you be reading? No. I don't know if I can do that.
I have no interest in Gary or The Bachelor.
I saw someone reading it on TikTok Live today.
I feel like it's getting messy. I feel like they're both being very messy with this. He says something in the book. She says something on a radio show. He comes back onto a podcast, and it's just going back and forth. The first thing I saw is that Teresa asked to read the book before he published it.
Yeah.
And he said no.
No. You know what, Teresa? You can't read it before it comes out. And if you're offended by the truth or the truth scares you, then that's on you, because what's in the memoir is my truth. Do I sound like him?
Kind of.
My sister does the best Gary impression. I can't beat her, but he's very, very messy. And I want to remind everyone of the Hollywood Reporter article that came out during his season where he was lying about his job, I want to say. He was saying he was a restaurateur when really he was like a hot tub repairman. And he said he'd never dated anyone after his wife's death, but he had. Yeah. And that girl had lived with him. It's kind of weird, but Teresa seems like a very sweet woman.
She also gives badass vibes. She gives like, I don't take any shit. I've lived my life. I'm not gonna be smeared by anyone. Did you see that clip where he said something about after he sent one of the second to last girl home and then he went to propose to Teresa?
Yeah, Leslie.
So he writes that after this horrible breakup with Leslie, he goes to the next step, which is proposal day. And as he waited for Teresa, says he felt empty. And he says, quote, there was no happiness in the moment.
I'm sure all of the bachelors feel that way.
Does he not? No. If you know in your heart of heart who you want to say yes to, saying no to someone that you don't need to say yes to.
Yeah, but at that point they always say, I'm in love with you and I'm in love with you.
Still, if I'm the girl getting proposed to, maybe that's my husband. And I know that he was so heartbroken while proposing to me. That changes everything.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that might be something that none of them say, but a few of them feel. I really like Teresa. I'm inclined to be on her side. He got mad at her for not going to bed at 7:30 and making smoothies. I mean, that's the gist of what I've gotten so far.
She was telling some story about how he was so deadpan saying,
this is really bizarre. He said, you see that shed up there? I said, yeah. He said, well, that's where I'm going to hide your body after I kill you and chop you up. And he wasn't laughing. I said, well, if this was his idea of a joke, that was pretty dark humor.
I can't even imagine Gary saying that. Oh my gosh, Teresa.
Don't do it.
Teresa, do you see that shit up there? Did he say it like that?
He said it super deadpan, just straight up, no laughing. She looked at him like for a smile, like they were joking, and he never laughed and never a joke, and they just moved on. And she was like, I'm clocking that. That seemed really weird.
If it really did go down like that, it's a red flag, I would say.
Right? Who does that? At some point, even if it's like 5 minutes later, like a weird amount of time later, where you're like, I got you.
Yeah. Or you bring it up, you're looking at something else and you say something similar. It's like, oh yeah, it's a bit.
He does that bit. Yeah.
Yikes. The Golden Bachelor's messy. We didn't even watch this season.
What's going on with the Australia Golden Bachelor? We got a conversation. Who are we talking to? Kiana?
Nadia.
No, we're talking to Kiana.
We were talking to Kiana about Married at First Sight Australia.
About Australian reality shows are superior than American reality shows right now.
They're so messy.
Because the Australian ones are leaning into the messy. They're not trying to produce themselves. They feel like how reality stars here felt maybe 10 years ago, where it's like, I'm going to stir some shit. I'm going to say yes to the producers. And I'm going to get a storyline and it'll be a good show. And maybe I'll have a career at this if they didn't completely steer me into the ground. There's a level of trust you have to have.
I don't know if that really happens on Married at First Sight, but Golden Bachelor, absolutely.
And Love Island Australia, absolutely.
Yeah. I love it. That's the kind of energy we need here in the U.S. The energy of the Golden Bachelor this season has just been, to my knowledge, them calling him out for what he said on that podcast about not liking older women.
The fact
just over and over again.
The fact that the first episode or the second episode was the
roast.
And every single one of them had a joke about that. Dude's starting from like -20 in that game.
The ratings are plummeting. But I will be watching Taylor Frankie Paul.
I guess. That's because she's so far a good reality person.
Yeah, because she's messy in a good way. She's giving Australia.
Yeah. She's messy for the sake of moving the plot forward. That's what a lot of people don't do, I don't think. You have to be messy in a way that promotes not just a reaction of emotion, but a reaction of action. That's how you move the storyline forward.
Yeah.
If you're going to not be invited to the baby shower, send your mom to that said baby shower.
I think the Christmas party.
It's the same thing, right? But that's the point. It's like she could have just been there and thrown another party and acted like she didn't care and do some shit, but that doesn't really do anything. She moved the plot forward.
She participates. I respect it.
I seriously think, and this is giving away another $1 million idea.
Oh, we do it every week.
Every week, new $1 million idea.
Great ideas.
It is the pre-reality TV seminar coaching. We've talked about that.
We have not talked about that.
Years ago, we talked about it.
Like coaching people before they go on a
Correct.
reality show.
You're going to go on Love Island. You're going to go on Too Hot to Handle. You're going to go on Housewives, right? What can you do to really stand out to try and get your storyline picked up where they maybe want you more?
That's what people thought Sierra did from Love Island. They were like, she did reality TV training. She's doing things a bit too well.
It's still a good idea.
No, I think it's a great idea.
Just because people call it out, but people call out a lot of things. So, what is dating coaching?
If life coaches can life coach, we can reality TV coach for sure. Ex-reality TV producers, y'all need to start offering that by the hour. Sell a course. Okay, so you know how last week, I think it was last week, you said that I said Peter should host the Vanderpump Rules reboot instead of Lisa Vanderpump. He should be the voice of reason. Well, he can't do that because he's too busy entering the crypto space.
I watched his video and he's providing a solution to a problem that doesn't exist yet.
He's like,
have you ever gone to a VIP room and realized, I don't have my wallet? Don't worry, because give us this 18-digit code and at pmcoin.co, we can go ahead and expense every single one of your...
I'm so confused by how this even works.
I don't get it.
It sounds like a debit card. Is it a debit card?
How do you buy with crypto coin? Is it like a computer to computer thing? Like basically a bank transfer?
But it has to be at a bar that accepts cryptocurrency, which they?
No, apparently at Peter's they do. I hope at Peter's they do.
He's like, by the way, you can't do this at
You can
Sir.
only use these at my 6 location.
Okay, that would be funny.
But I guess the point of crypto is that it's like an investment. It's like paying with stocks. Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, I have 200 Peter coins and $1 gets me a VIP experience at his bar. But I've held on to these other coins for now 6 months, and now I have basically the equivalent of 350 coins because the appreciation is going up so high because it's so in demand and everybody wants a Peter coin. Or is it a PM coin?
A PM coin.
Think better, Peter.
I think you could have been more creative with that.
The pony coin.
The pony coin would have been really good.
Then he could license Genuine song Pony and play that every time that you swipe your pony card.
Oh, every time you swipe it, it goes, "Brum." Ride it. Missed opportunity.
Every time you swipe it, it gives a different word to the song.
Yes. Missed another $1 million idea. Maybe Genuine should do that, honestly.
I don't know. No more crypto coins. I don't understand them. Like the Dogecoin, which was made before Doge, the government agency.
Which is,
that's not
once
an
again,
agency.
Another unoriginal idea from Elon. He stole that from the Doge meme.
But he did that because he has investments in Dogecoin. And so that literally lifted them both up. Like an insider trading.
Yeah, this man is just...
Okay, speaking of Elon, we haven't spoken about Elon in a while.
It's been 2 weeks.
Did you see that Twitter person who read him to filth and literally had him changing his Twitter habits because of her tweet? Okay, so this Twitter user, Joyce Carol Oates.
I feel like I've heard that before.
I think she's a writer.
Okay.
She writes this tweet.
That's so true. That's really true.
So she does that and he responds. Oates is a liar and delights in being mean. Not a good person. Did he go to like the Trump school for writing tweets? Only he's getting like C's because they're not even funny.
Okay, so one thing's missing. You didn't address a single thing she said.
You didn't need to, because following that tweet underneath the Synesthetic Twitter, where they, a movie Twitter account where they just talk about movies, they tweet about Gary Oldman in The Fifth Element. He replies to that tweet and says, Fifth Element has great style.
Grok wrote that.
Same account for the movie called Man on Fire. Man on Fire is great.
I swear he's not even writing
Synesthetic.
these.
Edge of Tomorrow, 2014. Elon Musk. Great movie. She reads him to filth, and now he feels like he needs to start commenting on movies that he likes to make himself look more
Irrelevant
human?
movies, and you're not even saying human things. You're just being vague. Is this a bot?
No, I literally think that because he tweets so much. It's reported that he tweets hundreds or thousands of things a day, but never really tweets about, things that people generally delight. Wow, go Dodgers, or he's South African. Has he ever posted about anything South Africa has done in the Olympics? He doesn't delight in things that people in the real world delight about.
Yeah, that's true.
But he has a lot to say about nothing, ever.
What does he tweet about then? The LGBT community?
I don't know.
Black people?
He would want to emphasize a point that someone made on Twitter, but he wants to keep his distance and his plausible deniability. So he would reply to say, the left are a terrorist organization, and then would comment, interesting.
He is so weird.
So,
I'm sorry. He's so weird.
Yeah, he's really weird. The conspiracy that he doesn't even play his own streaming games and all of his records and levels are all fake and played for by someone else. How does this dude have time to run multiple billion-dollar companies and
on track to be $1 trillion?
tweet this many times, play that many video games,
trap Azalea Banks in his house,
hang out with Kanye and spill your life story?
It's crazy. It's very interesting that he has all this money, but he just his life to me from the outside seems very empty.
Oh yeah, but even when there is, people and kids, he was taking his son places to use conspiracy theory as a human shield. So he was taking him to the Oval Office, he was taking him to events and all this stuff. So now you have to see Elon as a dad, right? Where has he been with his son since he got exiled from the White House?
I don't know, but I can't remember when exactly it happened, but Grimes was tweeting that he wouldn't allow their son to go visit her dying grandmother or something, and was literally tweeting at him because she couldn't get a response from him, her and her mom.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's the weirdest person ever, and I love his daughter Vivian. She just exposes him so much, and she's so cool that I'm just like, it's so odd. Anyway, Elon hate segment over. Let's do our nichelord of the week. Our nichelord of the week is inspired by Nichelord's series that she's doing on TikTok, where she calls churches and asks them if they can give her baby formula for her starving child as a test. And so many of them said no. It's just so telling. But one of my favorite videos of hers that I saw of this series is her calling this church, and this old man answers and offers to get her the formula, asks what flavor. He's so sweet. And now people are calling him the Appalachian Pawpaw. And the Appalachian Pawpaw is our nichelord of the week because he's a good person with a good heart, and he's doing Christianity right.
I'm sure there's a GoFundMe or something for him, no?
Yeah, I've been seeing comments on TikTok of people saying that they donated to his food bank and gave money to his church and stuff like that. I will link what I find in the description. I feel like this is a church and a guy that you can donate to, and you know that he's actually using the money to help his community, and it's not a Joel Osteen situation where if there's a natural disaster, he closes the doors to his community. Not that I'm targeting Joel Osteen, but...
But at the same time, she also has been getting so much attention. CNN is talking about her, all these churches are backlashing in their Sunday seminars. And
honestly, Nichelord's the nichelord of the week as well.
But she's getting her dues, so we want to give it up to Appalachian Pawpaw. Appalachian Pawpaw.
You're saying it like a Yankee. We love you, Pawpaw. Thank you, Nichelord, for everything that you're doing. You're really exposing a lot of things. A lot of tax-exempt churches that need to be called out.
Tax the church.
And I will say that I also find it interesting that the majority of the churches that offer to give her formula are historically black churches, mosques.
I even saw that there was a witchy couple,
a satanic church offered to do the formula as well. Let me just pull an Elon Musk here. Interesting.
Interesting.
And if you like niche news, pop culture, reality TV, and internet history, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also follow Will. I linked everything of his down below. Once again, I have Appalachian Pawpaw's church linked if I can find it, and you want to donate to his food bank, please do. And follow my daughter Good Job Junebug as well, because she's innocent and she's so sweet and she would give the formula if she could. Bye.